Presently, they have left most parents with the question of wondering if the Catholic school is still a safe place for their children. 2 days ago, I was on a queue with a couple of elderly people. They were discussing. One of the grandma was like, that she was really scared, thinking about her little one, the grandson who is currently 9, going to school, what would become of him. Another man was also concerned about his son in the high school. I didn't realize what was going on. I was like, what brought about all of this discussion? Because I was just standing behind them in a queue. I didn't contribute to that discussion because I didn't know where that was coming from. Then I got home, I checked my phone, and I saw the incident, the ugly incident that happened in Sheffield Catholic School in that matter. This would be the second time I would be talking about an ugly incident in a Catholic school. One happened in Canada and this one now in the United Kingdom. I think not Yorkshire. That's where Sheffield is. Yes. And All Saints Catholic School, that was where this incident happened. A 15-year-old boy was stabbed to death by another 15-year-old. It's really terrifying for a parent sending your child to school in the morning or watching your child leave for school in the morning, and all of a sudden at 12:17 p.m. in the afternoon, you receive a call from your son's school telling you that hey, blah, blah, blah has happened. That your child you watched left for school in the morning is no more. How would a parent digest such a news? The boy was not sick. The boy was not complaining of anything. Another child took the boy's life. People were blaming the school in the comment section because they said that the same boy that stabbed Harvey Wilgus to death actually threatened another child with a knife in the school on a Friday. And then on Monday, this same boy came again and attacked Harvey. It was said that Harvey was stabbed for 3 good times. And the school teachers, they rushed to the scene. They tried resuscitating Harvey. And then the air ambulance came, took Harvey to the hospital. Shortly, they pronounced him gone. Gone forever. My heart was broken because as a parent, I know what it is like. I couldn't even imagine the state of the mother because the mother was broken, the sister was shattered. I think it is high time schools started fixing these metal detectors in the schools so that if any child walks in or walks passes the school entrance with any harmful object or substance, there should be an alarm to notify the security unit so that they can send that child away or even get that child, talk to the child before the child harms another. So the question now remains that, does the Catholic school still maintain that same moral value that make parents rush to it, send their children, even Muslims and non-Catholics, Pentecostal, people from different backgrounds, Hindus, they all send their children to the Catholic school? Do they still maintain that value? Do they still offer that values that make people go after them? Currently, my son's school, it might surprise you to learn that my son had a Muslim teacher, yes, as his class teacher in his year 1. My son is currently in year 4. That Muslim teacher is currently in that school. This is to tell you how happy people are working in the Catholic schools rather than the public schools, because of the level of values and morals these Catholic schools in England or elsewhere in the United Kingdom, everywhere in the world, they teach to the children, So I was in church again last 2 Sundays. There was a discussion that went on. A lady in my church, a Pentecostal church here, because I am a Catholic, but I attend Pentecostal next to my house here. So the lady was like, she teaches in a Catholic school. I didn't really know what brought about that discussion, but she works in a Catholic school nearby, as a teacher. Then the youth leader was like, how could you be working in a Catholic school? How possible? You're not even a Catholic. The girl was like, hence, you are following the curriculum, teaching whatever, they want you to teach. That's fine with them, that they are open as book. So the youth leader, a grandpa was like, if he was to be among the governors of the Catholic schools, that he wouldn't let anybody who is a non-Catholic teach in a Catholic school, that it would definitely be a Catholic for the person to teach in the school. That brought about that response by the girl that said, yes, hence you can follow the laid down rules, follow the curriculum. That's okay by them. They would welcome you to teach in a Catholic school, you know. And I also record an incident. A little girl, Nigerian girl, reported in reception that the teacher warned her not to talk about Jesus in a Catholic school, to stop talking about Jesus, blah, blah, blah. So when this girl's father told me about this, I said, did you report to the school administration? Because that is a Catholic school and they talk about Christianity, they talk about the gospel of Christ. So why would a teacher in a reception shun a little girl who knows nothing? Reception, that's 4 years plus. Not to talk about Christ or Jesus, not to say Jesus when you trip over. I think that was exactly what she reported, you know. So the man said the teacher later left the school, that teacher is no longer in that school, apparently. That was the craziest thing I've ever heard. But this is to tell you how open the Catholics are. They welcome anybody, and most teachers are happy to remain in that school till that thy kingdom come, or until they retire. So, but I am thinking where the bad eggs must have come into the Catholic schools should be like children in primary school, in a Catholic school. Look at what happens. If your child is in year 5, year 6, or year 6 doing their exam in a primary school, what a Catholic school does is this. After their year 6, they move every child in their school that is happy to move, because they will get the consent of the parent, I suppose, unless the parents is moving home, moving location. They will move all the child from that year 6 to another Catholic affiliated secondary school. So they continue in their sets, and then this is when they would only give outsiders, maybe children from all these public states, primary schools, a chance into their school if they have less number of children from that primary school to the Catholic affiliated secondary school. Assuming that some of the children, they move home, they move location with their family, so they wouldn't have enough number to fill up that particular class in year 7. Yes, year 7, this is the age they start in the secondary school. So they can take externals. They will not accept externals until they have given children from that their Catholic primary school a place in a Catholic secondary school that is linked to their school. You see the problem? So I think this is where they get the bad eggs from these externals that would come and, should I say, corrupt. Children, the way they are brought up in different homes vary. So Catholic school cannot really give them 100% moral, though they try their best, and then the parents also do their best at home. But then what becomes the punishment for this boy that stabbed Harvey to death? I think why they are not revealing the identity of the attacker yet is because people are still angry. Because me, at the point, I was like, why is the police letting us know the pictures of Harvey is everywhere on the internet? Why is the photo of the attacker, not even the name is not currently known? Yes, I believe that the children in that class would know, because one mother cried out on TikTok that the daughter was the one that called her. She witnessed what happened on the 29th, the threatening by that same boy that attacked Harvey. And then on Monday again, she witnessed, oh my goodness, imagine a child or children witnessing another stabbing and stabbing, So the identity is obviously known by the children and their family, but the police is not letting it out because, two wrongs cannot make it right. If the police should publish something like that, the family of the deceased boy might go after the family of, which wouldn't be right. It doesn't make any sense committing more, But what would be the punishment of this boy? He is not an adult yet, under 18. Definitely, like the police stated, he was taken into custody and they will take him to court. And what happens next? Let's see. So the answer to this question is yes. A 15-year-old who commits murder in the UK will be sent to prison and given a mandatory life sentence. What kind of prison does a 15-year-old who commits murder in the UK go to? Let's see. The court may consider sending a boy aged 15 to 17 to Young Offenders Institute if he is not considered vulnerable. The court may consider sending a vulnerable child to a secure children's home. The court may consider sending a boy age 17 to a secure training center if he is considered vulnerable. However, the starting sentence is just 12 years first. This is crazy. So they would send the child after all them thing in case the child is vulnerable or not vulnerable to a secured training home, secured training institute. You start training, and after which, what happens? Currently, this boy is 15, 12 years. You add it up, it's like 28, isn't it? Am I right? 27, isn't it? So after 27, what happens? Do they let the boy, I don't know, though they said life in prison. My dear, this is really too difficult to understand. But meanwhile, I think we parents should also do better. A child that goes to school with armed with that knife, blah, blah, blah. I wonder what happens in such a child's home. Who does this child listen to? Can the parents even speak to a child like that? It's really scary because these children, they know a lot. Yes, they know more than we do. Because I've seen one 8-year-old child. We got on the bus, though not bad. The boy was just trying to prove that, yes, that he's a grown-up boy. The mom was like, "Can I have a ticket for 1.5?" The boy turned and looked at the mom. "Who is the half then?" "I'm not half, mom. I'm not half." Because normally the term they use when you are paying for a child is not a full adult. So you as an adult could say 1.5, me and my child, so that they will give you ticket for a child. The boy was, "No, I'm not half." We got me and the mom, we busted into laughter. We didn't really laugh where he could notice that. That you respect them a lot. You don't say a lot before these children. I've also had my child telling me that, "Mom, I'm 9, I'm going to be 10 soon. Let me do it myself." God help us. We will keep trying our best as parents because the society where we find ourselves, it's entirely different from where we are coming from, where corporal punishment, one person does not nurture a child in our African society. You don't owe your child alone. Though scolding at school, especially using cane at school in Nigeria, is something that has stopped. Yes, in most private schools in my country, but for the public schools, I don't know. But at least children respect their teachers, their parents a lot in Africa compared to what is happening here, where it's no longer children, fearing their parents. Should I use the word fear? It's not parents. Before they say them, they will process it, consider it, reconstruct your sentence before you can say something to your child so that your child doesn't pick offense, so that your child does not misunderstand it, so that your child wouldn't go to school and say, "My mom said, if you do this, I will kill you." It's a whole lot of threatening kind of lifestyle we found ourselves in the Western country. But would I say, shall we keep praying and hoping that by the time the police reveal the identity of those person that stabbed Harvey, let it not be an immigrant child, even if it is a British child? Does that make it right for a child to have injured another child, not just ordinary injury, sent another child to their Mecca unplanned, unexpected, leaving everybody shattered? It is not right, both from white to black or yellow or killing is bad, you know. Anyway, guys, this is it for this content. I really feel terrible for the family, and I hope they are able to heal. It is indelible, but I hope they are able to heal and move on. Yes. Bye for now.